Congratulations on
And
passing the
does
trial.
this look like
I
three
guess.
fingers length to you? Well, well, you are the one material, not help. To be honest, good. In her embrace, that's the deal. Anyway, Sakabaku copper alloys. Well, that's the challenge. The alloys can probably be found in one of the but as far... Here, and now excuse him. His thoughts exactly. Now bring him a new one. Chop chop.
This doesn't make any sense. Why can't it ever be easy?
Wait, I think I know you. You helped the Grandmaster crush those Naramese bastards at the harbor gate, didn't you? I can't believe that actually happened.
Ah, you. Just curious. I'd really like to know if they've made it to the heavens. It's a fascinating...
Well, any luck? He does have hell. Ah, he thought so. Very good. Perfect, that's them. Well, in other words, maybe they already have. The steel machine. Can you really blame them? Look at what mankind has done to the world ever since they've been here. If the ancient father... what he wants is to fulfill his life's dream. Yeah. Ah, and you should go to the captain's cabin before you leave. Your Grand Master arrived a short while ago, and it seems he wants to talk to you.
Prophetess, have you found the missing pieces? Good. According to Kurmai, your journey will last 2 days. I've instructed him to first head for the next... According to the Starling writings, this is where the ancient fathers kept all their knowledge. And you will not be traveling on your own. The mercenaries, Sakaresh, Magistra Yaela, and her adjutant will accompany you. I expect you to be back in the town. As long as Sharim's barriers are holding, yes. However, they will be there when the ship leaves. Before you go, however, I suggest you return to Ark to properly equip yourself. Who knows what you will be facing up there? On their way back, the others will be able to steer the
Look
ship
who's here.
without you.
Talk to Kamai if you're ready to start.
Yes.
He's just waiting for your signal.
They won't be steering anything, to be precise. Because
Saira,
Gertrude
it's good to see
flies
you.
on her own as soon as the coordinates have been
The last
set.
passenger has arrived. It is a pleasure.
He thanks you, Tialor Aranthiel. Any other Grand Master would have laughed at him, but you have listened instead. Now he will be the first of his people to meet the Ancient Fathers. It is hard to believe that. Walk blessed, and all the best for your fight.
Thank you. The others are expecting you. Ah, and there's one more thing. This amulet belonged to my son. I want you to have it. Wear it or not, the choice is yours. Now leave. And do not disappoint me.
Look who's here. Look who's here.
Saira, it's good to see you. The last passenger has arrived. It is a pleasure.
Welcome aboard. How are things going? Well then. All aboard! Then raise the ramp! She's taking off! And there we go. Good. Very good.
By Malthus.
Yes? What do you... It will take some more time. You... Yet do not admire him, but rather... Well, peace, hopefully. Forgive him, but he has no better answer.
Well, look who's here. How are you? Yes, well, did you... because they all share the same... Exactly. And for some, call it a... And, well, there it is. The answer to your question. Well, anyway, let us continue our conversation at a later time, shall we? I want to enjoy the night sky. Who knows how many more chances we will have. We will. Well, did you want... Exact... And for some, call it a... And, well, maybe... Anyway, let us continue our conversation at a later time, shall we? I want to enjoy the night sky. Who knows how many more chances we will have.
It's a crazy world, isn't it? On our way. But anyway, it's good that you're here. I wanted to talk to you. You have a point there. I wanted to thank you. I think I've understood something, as corny as it may sound. It's hard to put into words. You know, I still believe what I told you that time we met at the Dancing Gnome. But somehow, in no small part thanks to my father, I've always considered responsibility and being happy to be contradictory. But actually, that's wrong. It's the exact opposite. In order to be truly content, we need connection. To a person, to a cause, to anything. If you never find that, you'll never find yourself. Yeah, I'm responsible for what happened to Adila and... maybe. The fact is, though, and I like how that feels. Same goes for our friendship. That's what I wanted to tell you. Despite all the trouble we got ourselves into, I'm glad that our paths crossed. For whatever reason they did. Thanks. But anyway, enough of this sentimental babble for now. You should probably rest a little. Who knows what awaits us up there? Short answer? We have to ignite the beacon, and we have to do it fast. Else... let's not talk about it.
Sagira, how are... Okay, let's just skip the small talk. I was never good at that. I wanted to see you because there's something I need to show you. Follow me. I couldn't sleep, so I used the chance to take a look around. The thought that Kermine did this all by himself... It's incredible. It would take dozens of Enderalian craftsmen at least 5 years to do this. So, are you ready? Yeah, but just bear with... Good. Kurmai told me about this place. This sphere is what keeps us in the air, and it draws its energy from the water. Crystal water, that's what he called it. I just had to see it for myself. It's beautiful, don't you think? I absolutely...
He just can't believe it. No, he just can't believe it.
Oh, damn. No, quickly, run. That should do it. Now, wait a second.
What part of vertical didn't you understand? He thinks his instructions were clear. Stay here. Do nothing. But no. You decide to run around the ship and open whatever door crosses your path. And no, don't look at him like that. Next time, there will be consequences.
Well, yes. Here we are, on a mission to save mankind, and instead of sharpening our weapons and talking glue... That's just bizarre, isn't it? No. Anyway, I guess we're safe down here, at least for a while. But actually, I don't mind. This place, it makes me feel... serene. Lets you forget why we're here. Do I? In a good or bad way? That's good to hear. You know, Saira, I've been thinking. Well, do you remember when I said that, and that with just enough... At first I was grateful, you know, but that was the wrong way to... And I can't and won't do that. Not now. No, I won't let it harm anyone ever again. But I'll accept that it's a part of me. You know, Saira, what good did all the self-loathing ever do? I've been dealt a tough hand, and with that thing and these urges inside of me, I'll never be like the others. I think that's the best, maybe the only way to deal with something like this. Accept it, as despicable as it may be, because it is part of who you are. Do You understand what but I will always and in the meantime, even if the latter would be a rather amusing sight. Yes, and that. I'm not sure if I could have gotten here without you. Kurmai should be gone by now, so... For a while, yes. You will.
They probably just haven't seen us yet. The clouds, that's it.
Or the city's deserted. Looks like it to me.
Nonsense! Now quiet. He needs to concentrate.
Ah, there you are. I was just... We came across the first of these floating buildings about 3 hours ago. The Valley of 1,000 Clouds. That's what the Starlings called it. But as you've noticed, it's a little too... well, quiet. He was at first. Correct. Maybe we can come back here one day. No, not at all. But who knows? Maybe it's as the Starling said. Well, first of all,
He will find them. He will find them, and they will listen.
Hey, wait! By the righteous path. That's not good at all. Come on, we have to follow him.
By Malphas, this is so beautiful.
Let's not jump to conclusions, shall we? Somebody must have built this place, and somehow the maps which led us here have ended up in the hands of the Starlings. Ancient fathers or not, whoever was capable of creating something like this must also have known things. Let's just wait and see.
Father Rajimon, he is here, and he has found you, just as you Why don't you answer? Open the gates! By the stars! Why do you punish him with silence? He found you! He fulfilled your prophecy! So let him inside! No! No, 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 no! This isn't happening! This isn't happening!
Kurmai.
Yes. Yes, he is here. He is sorry, Magistra. It was a mistake to come here. This place is dead, and the ancient fathers died with it.
Very poetic, pal, but now you're overdoing it. Who says they're dead? Maybe your ancient fathers just left for someplace else.
Yes, I'm sure they did.
Look, I am sorry this place isn't what you had hoped it would be. I really am. But Dalveric is right. You shouldn't jump to conclusions, and despair won't help you either. We should inspect this place before deciding anything. Don't you agree? The only question is how to get inside.
Splendid idea, boy. Do you have a battering ram with you? Myrid-sized, preferably?
This place must have a side entrance. Kurmai?
Yes. Probably.
Well, then let's go look for it. We split up. Dalveric, I suggest you accompany Kurmai and take a closer look at the area around the docks. Legium and I will examine the eastern part of the city. And you and Sister Sakarish scout the west. If anyone finds anything, call the rest of the group before doing anything else. Now off you go.
Well, I'd say that one. Come on, you go ahead. I'll be right behind you.
Oh man. All his life he has worked for this, and now it turns out he'd been chasing ghosts all along. We really found it. I can't believe it. Saira, over here. That looks like a side entrance to me. Maybe it leads to the main tower, too. Come, let us go get the others.
Good. That looks exactly like what we needed. Anything we should know about the interior, Kurmai? Traps?
No.
Well then. Liam and Dalveric, you stay and guard the ship. If we haven't returned, or if you haven't heard from us within 12 hours, you're to take the ship back to Ark. Understood? Then let's be off.
Breathtaking, isn't it?
Not now. Please.
Let's see. This is Starling's script, but it's different. Blazes. Can you take a look at that, Kermai?
Of course. He sees. That's very... all right, yes. These are directions. To the left is the Shorai, which roughly means workshop. The right corridor leads to the living quarters. He thinks the Shorai will lead us to the top of the main tower.
Good. Then left we go. I suppose this is where the council held their meetings, isn't it, Kermai? Wait, where is he?
Huh? What in blazes? He was here a second ago.
Wonderful. We need to find him. Let's split up. We'll meet up again here.
So? Any luck? You're right, but why did he run off in the first place? That's just careless.
I couldn't agree more, but at least now we have a trail. Let's see if the lever still works. There you go. Then let's see where that leads.
What now, Magistra?
Let's take a look around. He must have gone somewhere.
Hirash, this is beautiful. What is this place, Magistra? Can you read the glyphs?
I'll try. Yes, that. Tower of Memories. That should be it. Good question. Let me read some more. Blazes, this is tricky, but by Malthus. Yes! We got lucky. The prophetess was right. This is an archive. The archive, to be precise. The gathered memories of the ancient starlings.
But there's nothing here.
We will see about that. Come.
That was unexpected. What now?
One moment. Ah, here.
Wait, what's happening here, Magistra?
The Starling prophecies were right. The ancient fathers have lived in this place for eras, maybe eons. And throughout the years, they have documented the rise and fall of every civilization. Correct, and they witnessed all of it. Well, that's the big question, isn't it? But I fear we have no time to wonder. Correct. And yet, they never helped any of the
But why? This is murder! If they know how to defend themselves against the High Ones, why didn't they share that knowledge?
Who knows? Maybe their hands were tied somehow. Don't jump to conclusions, but that's just speculation. What we do know is that neither the Red Madness, the High Ones, nor the Cleansing could harm them, and that their knowledge might be the key to completing the beacon. Now, would you look at that? Welcome to the memories of the ancient fathers. Let's see what we can learn from it. If the Grandmaster was right about this, the Pyrean history should perfectly reflect the different phases of the cycle, including the Cleansing. The sixth step. The cycle concludes, the cleansing happens, and mankind vanishes, just like that. Do you see this temple in the background? This must be the temple in the city of 1,000 floods, the heart of the Pyrean realm. That's the first step of the cycle. Out of nothing, life forms itself, and from that life, man evolves and starts populating the earth. The second step of the cycle, just as the Grandmaster said. A first civilization arises, blossoms, and falls. For us, it was Asadoron's reign of the Eterna, which collapsed after Starfall. Who knows what it was in the age of the Pyreans? Let me see. Yes, this is the creation of a theocracy. After the first civilization falls, a second one arises. That is reigned over by a few who proclaim themselves gods. Do you see the hats? These were the sun priests of the Pyrean realm, the equivalent of our Lightborn.
That's step number 4, the downfall of the rulers. For us, it was the Shadow God and Narazul Aranthiel who killed the Lightborn. In the Pyrean age, it was this general, Jakal. He was a member of one of the reigning castes himself, but one day turned against them. The Archmagister told me all about it. He was the Pyrean Shadow God and the Pyrean Tauronar Quarak, all in one, so to speak.
The chaos, the war, the Red Madness. This is the 5th step, where we are right now. Do you see this shape in the background? This must be the High Ones, who are behind all of it. The cycle nears its end. And after the 6th step, it all starts over. So this is the final proof. Everything that has happened to the Pyreans, and probably to those before them too, is now happening to us. That's the question, but by the gods.
What?
Mankind. It ascends to the sky, to the High Ones. Oh, by the righteous path, Now it... mankind doesn't vanish at the end of a cycle. It becomes a High One. That is how they reproduce, how they feed, or whatever you wish to call it. These shapes that ascend skywards, they're thoughts, our consciousness, our souls, and all of them together form a new High One.
So you are saying that what a High One really is the consciousness of an entire civilization?
Yes, it's our memories, our thoughts, our dark knowledge, our collective consciousness. This is monstrous. Yes, by the righteous path, that's it. Korek is right. In a way, humanity does reach a new level of existence, because it becomes one of those... Oh yes, we do. The word of the dead. You said the aged man left it for you. Then this is the way. The Numenos. The essence of a High One. It's hard to explain. The problem with... It's an assumption, but isn't it logical then that we need something of what we want? You're correct. It is not. Well, this is where it gets complicated, but I think I also have an answer to that. The word of the dead. We need to use it on a High One, to enter its mind. If there's any place we can...
But even if that would work, where are we supposed to find a High One? You said it yourself, Magistrates. They don't have a physical form, and even if they had, they surely wouldn't reveal themselves to us.
That is correct. But where the last cleansing took place.
Of course. You can see what happened back then.
Where we need to... Correct. The Echo grants you the ability to feel and relive the memories of this world. But since the High Ones are immaterial and will not reveal themselves to us when we want them to, all we can do is travel back to a point where they did. The last cleansing, where the Pyreans became one of them. Yes. This means that we have to find the holy city of the Pyreans, where the last cleansing took place. Yes, but we just learned that if the word of the dead doesn't work on them, well, I hope this place can help us find the answer. If the ancient starlings witnessed the entire cycle of the Pyreans, then they surely knew a lot about the geography of the world as it was back then as well. We need to keep searching. Come, let us go back to the tower.
Entities who reproduce by devouring the consciousness of an entire civilization? That's just bizarre.
Is it? Don't we ourselves breed pigs so that we may eat them once they are fat enough? In a way, the High Ones are just like us, except that it's our thoughts that they are after rather than our bodies. It bears a certain kind of logic. You cannot deny that.
Knowing that, Korek's story about mankind ascending to another level isn't as far-fetched as it first sounded. We don't cease to exist. We coalesce into something else. Into a High One.
Yes, but is this new High One really us? Or does it just need us to come forth? Yes, we know now that this is how they reproduce. But we still know far too little. How did they come into being? How long has this been going on? So many questions.
True, but if I may say so, Magistra, we should save the philosophical questions for after we have stopped the cleansing.
Of course. Well then, let's see what...
Kermai?
They are here! They have been here all along!
Kermai! Where by the righteous path were you?
He was a fool to bring you here! You soil-born are too dangerous! You've always been! But he was too blinded by his dream to finally finish her and sail home.
I don't like this, Magistra.
What are you talking about, Kermai? The fact that the ancient starlings left this city doesn't have anything to do with us.
Stop talking! Darn it, you are so ignorant! They are here, but they won't reveal themselves to us because they don't accept your presence! Because you are unworthy of them! Nonsense! He will prove his worth to the...
Kermai, stop this! Right now!
The defense system, of course! They will understand.
To arms.
What is this noise?
Forgive him. It has to be done.
Find the map and leave.
Saira, what happened up there? The Magistra. Yes, of course. And surviving these creatures will be a challenge, too. Yes, you're right, we do. That means back to the dock. Come on, let's get back to that elevator. So much tricks. Let's look around. That looks good. Let us hope it also leads us down the tower. That doesn't look good. This flying steel creature must have noticed them. I agree, but in other words, we need to find a way to switch it. Well, that's what we need to find out. But do Kirash. Steal the essence of a high one. That sounds so bizarre. There. So, did it work? Damn it. But... Run! Hirash. That was close.
True. Well, that's what I thought too. The novice, Legion. He didn't make it.
By Malphus. Then we're the only ones left.
The only ones? So the Starling and the Magistrate didn't make it either? Oh, that's tragic. I'm ashamed to ask, but what about the Numinos? Did you find anything out about it? A map? If I believed in such things, I'd call this a twist of fate. I think I know where we can find one. And up there could also be our passage back.
Up where?
Follow me. I'll show you. I think we've been through enough together by now for that. And concerning your question, there was another entrance into the tower that led me right into these tunnels. There must have been shortcuts for the ones whose job it was to keep this place running. At least that's my guess. But it appears that you can reach almost any place in this Nexus Tower through the tunnels. And that's just what we need.
At least one lucky break.
Don't say that too loud. For all we know about this place so far, there could be some secret mechanism that floods these tunnels with poison gas.
Wait, I don't like this.
Damn it, that just had to happen, didn't it? To the other building, quickly.
There. Here we are. Care to fill us in on your plan now, Jespar?
Well, first we need to find our map. And then, well, then we each take a seat in one of these capsules and let ourselves drop.
We let ourselves drop?
They're escape pods. Kamai had similar ones on the airship, and I just hope they work as intended. Unless you have a better plan, of course.
No.
Good, then get going. Let's find that map. Is that it? Great! Now to the pods, quickly!
Kira, come, we should go look for the mercenary, for Jespar. I saw his pod go down not far from here. Look, over there. Oh no. Oh, he's alive. Looks like a minor laceration to me, maybe a broken rib or two. I guess the force of the impact threw him against this rock. Still, we need to get him to an apothecarius. Do you have the map? I think teleport magic should work again down here. Good. Then at least all this wasn't for nothing. Let's go.
So the High Ones devour our consciousnesses. Now that's what I call ironic. Maybe Koarik and his free people do become part of these higher beings they so adore after all. We should tell them. Maybe they'll be so delighted that they will abandon the siege and sail right back to Naren.
Spare us your jests. Archmagister, how long will you need to decipher the map? Archmagister?
I don't know. A couple of days, at least. I should start right away. Excuse me.
What is wrong with him?
Jaela was his mentor during his novitiate. But he will get over it. He has to. You did well, Prophetess. Despite the complications, the mission was a complete success.
A complete success? What in blazes has happened to you, Tilor?
Nothing. And now is not the time for quarreling.
Yaela is dead, Tilor. Just like Jorek. Jorek for the name of the gods. And none of this would have happened if we had just given Quarik this idiotic machine. Please, Tilor, if my opinion means anything to you, let go of this madness.
I don't care about your opinion. Yorick was a traitor, and Yaela gave her life for something greater than herself. But the latter in particular seems to be something you cannot relate to. Now, silence. I've had enough of your attempts to hinder our mission. Back to the topic at hand. Sharon, what do you make of Jaela's plan to use the word of the dead to enter a High One's mind? I always thought it only enabled its user to relive the last memories of the deceased.
Well, if the High Ones are made of a collective subconsciousness, they are different in that regard. They consist only of memories, and a lot of them. That is, of course, if the Magistra's theory about them is true.
Forgive my interruption, but having seen the Starling's murals, I would say it is. Mankind ascends to become a High One. This is what the cleansing really is.
Then it might work. Used on a High One, the word of the dead could allow us to enter its spirit.
We will take the risk. The walls still hold against Korik's armies. Many things will be decided by what's to come. I feel it. Ah, and the apothecarius said that the mercenary will live. He's in the Corarium, in case you want to pay a visit. Yes. She's even more than us. She had to fight for her place. Correct. She will, and that I would give a lot for. That's none of your concern. Everybody needs someone. We are like, if my resolve weak, but that does not mean that I regret any of the...
Now, isn't this a surprise? The world's nearing its end, yet the Prophet takes the time to pay me a visit. What do you need? It does what most injuries do. Hurts. But I'm a lot better, thanks for asking. Truth be told, just lying around here doing nothing's what's bothering me the most at the moment. Oh my, you make it sound so... I don't think this will be the end, though. The apothecarius said I might even be able to help if I rest for just a few more hours. Just be careful, all right? And find the Numinos.